Wise Tribe. Welcome to Beauty Wise 333. My name is Tina and I have a memo for you. I just want to ask you a question. Do you know who you are? Do you know the royalty that you possess? Do you know that you are the creator and that God himself is within? He's not up in the sky where you look for in prayer, hoping that he hears you. Matter of fact, you can probably be pretty loud in his ear because he's right in there. So if God is within and he hears us all the time, why do you feel you need to keep asking over and over and over again? The only thing to do is to do it. He's given you the power. Do you have the belief? Because you're going to need the belief in order to get the power moving. You can have anything you want in this world, but it's going to take you knowing that you can have it, believing that you can have it, only thinking the thoughts of already having it. That's what's going to bring it to you. You see, so long back in the days before I became with this full awareness, I always thought God was in the sky and he didn't hear my prayers. My mother passed from breast cancer when I was 12. I swore no one was hearing me. No matter how much I begged for her to be well when she had cancer and in pain night after night, no matter how much I begged, and no matter how much I felt she begged, it just always felt like the prayers were not heard. Little did I know, hindsight is where the answers are. And all the begging that I did and the worrying and the picturing in my mind of her sickness and not seeing her in her wellness and she doing the same. Because you can best believe she was praying to get rid of the illness. But looking back now, we were actually speaking it into existence that it was there. We didn't speak about what we wanted to leave. We were speaking about where we were at that point. And all that did was build on it and build on it and build on it. That wasn't our time to be awakened, obviously. But I'm well woke today. And I do have other heart-wrenching stories in my life that riveted me right to it, just opened me up. But that's a whole nother time. But tonight, I just want to know, do you know who you are? Do you know who you are? Because if you did know, there would be no question in your mind of what you can have and what you don't have. And always know when you pray for the same thing more than once, it's actually proof that you don't believe that you can have it. It's called begging. That's what it would begin to sound like. So what I want to say, I wish all of us knows this information or knew this, but it's coming to light now because things are changing big time, and I'm sure that you've noticed it in your environment. Everyone is running for panic mode, not sure of what's happening, what's going on. But I'm here to tell you, it's just there for us to specify even better what we want and what we don't want. That's what contrast does. Contrast takes us to a point of being able to specify even better what is wanted and what is not wanted. And when you get tired of being afraid and panicking and fearful, then you'll just let it go. And when you release the resistance, then better change happens. But while you're in the panic mode and constantly going and mulling over the same situation, you are building on it. You are making it larger. So it's very important to get hold of your feelings and get hold of your thoughts and only practice that you want to happen, that you want to see, that you want to manifest. Do not dwell on what's not working. That's why there's so many news channels. What do the news do? It just builds up. You'll swear everyone is just killing each other, dying left and right, doing the most of the worst. And what does that do? It puts you in the fear mode. When you're in the fear mode, then you're open for anything. You're not standing in your power. So if you need to shut off the news and not watch it, don't worry. If news needs to get to you, it will find you. You don't have to sit there waiting and looking for it. It's all part of the programming. Why don't you change your program? You have the power to do so. It's your world. It is. It's your world. And you need to start taking control of that right now. Because if you haven't, that's why the environment is controlling it. It's controlling you. If we want to see change, we have to be that change that we want to see. And let me tell you, when we feel fear, fear is only a signal telling us that we have veered away from our higher power that is within. See, the power within isn't going to feel fear with us. So when we break away from that alignment, that's where all of that discourse comes from. But then when we feel better and we make sense of everything, we're back into alignment. So let fear be that signal letting you know that you're not thinking on the right level. No, that's not the right level. That's not where you want to be. Where you want to be is in alignment. Know who you are. Know how to create. Know when you create the bad and when you create the good, but know that you are doing all the creating that is coming to you. And in each case scenario, there are cooperative components that will help you along your way. So when you want to know what you're creating, take a look at your cooperative components around you. Are they of good standing indeed or not? And then change it. That's the great thing. We have the power to change what it is that we don't want. You don't have to sit there and continue to take it. And if you do, and you feel you do, you better calibrate up to it before you get into it. Make yourself understand the positivity, because there's always positive in the negative, yin yang. Positive, negative. In order for positive to exist, the negative has to exist. So there's both parts. Which part are you looking for? I know I'm always looking for the positive. Now, I'm not perfect. None of us are. But we are perfect in our imperfections because we are an extension of the Creator. I'm going to end this right now because I know that I can go on for a very long time and there will certainly be a continuation. But I just want you to know who you are, no matter the age, race, religion, or anything else. I want you to know who you are. And let me tell you a little story, and this is like really funny. I was in my 20s. And I used to be a little stoner. Yeah, I enjoyed smoking a little bit. And this one day, after work, I got on the subway. And I was sitting there just feeling real good. And this homeless guy that, well, I thought was homeless, he got on the train and he stood in front of me and he said, "Do you know who you are?" And he did just like that. "Do you know who you are?" And I looked at him. And because I was kind of high, I was like saying to myself, I don't think I do. He was like, "Do you know who you are?" And because I'm looking at him, not believing what I'm hearing, and definitely not sure how to answer that question, because at that point, I didn't know who I was. He got off of the train, he left, and he said no more. But that was the moment of a starting of the awakening with me. Because by the time I got home, he had blew my high, I was about sober. And I said to myself, I'm going to find out who I am so the next time I see him on that train, I'm going to be able to tell him who I am. And there it started. There it started. Now, I'm not going to say at that young age in the 20s that I had stopped being a little stoner, but when I wasn't stoned, I knew who I was. Okay? But eventually, it led up to the person I am today. And that is totally clear-minded, full of clarity. No, I don't smoke anymore. I don't drink anymore. No. I'm a vegetarian. I live a very clean lifestyle because that's what's good for me. I don't put anybody else down for what they want to do, but that's what works for me because my high is clarity and a good meal. Yeah, I'm a foodie. And a good meal. But I just wanted to tell you that's what started my awakening in the 20s. But then something really, really hard to my heart happened in 2013, but that's a whole nother story. And that was the quickening that took me right there, right away. There was no more like opening up a petal of a flower, a little bit. It was straight. It was straight. Like, I can't even explain it to where I am today. And I feel that it is my God-given spiritual duty to wake up my brothers and my sisters, and not by me coming to you and saying wake up, but whatever message that I have, you'll find it, you'll hear it, and you'll be just like me when that guy came and said, "Do you know who you are?" And it'll start that flower opening. So I'm going to end it right here and just let you know I'm giving you this message out of love and light. And I'm looking forward to speaking with you again and again until we're just all in that essence together. Because I know those who come to my channel are part of that essence. So I'm going to say good night to the Wise Tribe, and I love you. So until the next time.